Rock is at the table. Cody wants to finish his story. Are we justifiably mad? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the dark match.
People have been asking me, why, Eddie, why?
I'm better than you. My eyes are red. Out in the back smoking a joint with their dad. You know it.
It's always fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Stevie Jobber.
And it's your boy Dangerous Duke.
And Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble. He is going to Philadelphia. He came to SmackDown to state his claim for who he's going after for WrestleMania. And it didn't exactly turn out how we thought.
Not exactly.
So he goes to SmackDown. Roman has this amazing promo, but before we get there, I want to take a quick second to tell everybody there was something that happened to Monday Night Raw before that, if we can backtrack, because when Cody first comes out to give his promo for winning the Royal Rumble, Seth Rollins comes out and challenges him to maybe take Seth instead and give some very good points. And then we get to SmackDown. Roman comes out first. He gives this huge, great promo about how much better of a champion he is than Seth. Arguable statements, but Roman did a great job with it. Cody came out, did a great job talking about what that title means and why he still wants that title, and just what his father fought for. It's so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
But then he decided he's not gonna go for the title at WrestleMania. He said he wants more than the title. He says he wants everything Roman has, but not at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
He said he consulted a lot of people before this moment, and one of those people he consulted ended up being The Rock.
Right?
And so The Rock comes out and, they give the Fast and Furious handshake. Cody leaves the ring. The Rock and Roman have this really long 5-minute feeling standoff where they meet in the middle of the ring and it fades to black. And I don't know. It's been some days. And not everybody is enjoying the situation,
Yeah,
to
it would
say the
seem that way.
least.
It would certainly seem
Um,
that, wouldn't it?
and I gotta tell you, there's some feelings going around, and we should get into how are we feeling the Monday before Raw as The Rock is set to fight Roman, possibly.
With the question mark and a couple of other question marks in there. Um, it's an odd time, and I think this is a matter of unforeseen circumstances
Hmm.
in the best way of putting it, because I feel like they weren't gonna pull the trigger on it, but they kind of have no choice now
Mhm.
in a way. Um, but like I said just now, I feel like they weren't gonna pull the trigger on it, even though it's been hyped up, it's been dreamed about, it's been a hypothetical. And the thing about making up these dream matches and everybody talking about them,
Mhm.
I feel like if you speak it into existence enough, it's gonna happen.
Mhm.
And sometimes when it happens, some people might be like, "Oh, well, I didn't really want it to happen, but I mean, I guess it's gonna happen now." And I feel like that's where a lot of the wrestling community is on it, because
Mhm.
it's pretty split right now in my eyes. It's 50-50. You have some people that are not for it, and then you have some people who are. I feel like that people are thinking, well, if it's going to be Rock and Roman at Mania, why have Cody win the Rumble? Why have him win it back to back, you know? And I feel like Cody might never have been the choice to win the Rumble. I feel like Cody wasn't even supposed to win the Rumble.
That's an interesting take.
Because if you notice, a lot of people were saying Punk was injured
Yeah.
in the match.
Yeah. Tricep.
I feel like they might have called an audible and let Cody win, and Punk was supposed to be the guy all along. And then when he tore his tricep, it was like, well, shit, what can we do? Cody's here. We have a story with Cody. We already have something on the back burner that we can do. Worst case scenario happens. But then the problem comes, what's left for the other champion? I feel like they might have just flipped everything. I
Mm.
feel like it's going to end up being Cody and Seth now. And then Roman Rock. But now that we finally have that dream match coming, it feels kind of wasted because you let Cody win the Rumble. I feel like it wouldn't feel this way had Punk won the Rumble. Because then Punk would have won. Punk could have got Seth. And then you would have had Cody and Rock, or Cody and Roman
Hmm.
for some reason. Like it could have been he won the number one contenders match in the chamber, whatever. And then we could have got the Rock match in a year or later.
Hmm.
Now that I
Hmm.
think it's coming now with Cody winning the Rumble, I feel like people are on the fence because it didn't, it shouldn't have went down the way it did. But that's what I think. What do you think?
Um, I think a lot of things. I think the word ungrateful came across my head today.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and at first I gotta tell you, I was shocked because I mean, it's a lot of spoiledness going on.
Right?
And I don't know what generation of fans this is with, but guys, like this is what we asked for, isn't it? Didn't we
It
ask
is.
for Rock
It
and Roman? Give
it
me a second.
absolutely is.
We asked for Rock and Roman, and I get we also asked for Cody and Roman, but you had to know it was gonna be one or the other. For all the people that were saying, "Oh, they built this up the whole year," I hear you, but you got to understand that Cody's whole character is obtaining that title from Roman. It doesn't necessarily have to happen at WrestleMania, but you can't have Cody go to WrestleMania not in a title fight. So hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Um it just feels a little entitled because it's like upon first reaction, it's okay. We knew it was going to be Cody and Roman or Rock and Roman. Turns out it's going to be Rock and Roman. And I'll be honest with you, nobody really should have been surprised after Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I could have told you he wasn't choosing Roman after Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that you guys went 4 extra days thinking this was going to happen, it's kind of weird of y'all to be such super fans and not get the details. The writing was on the wall. As soon as Seth said what his title meant, I knew Cody had to choose Seth. I knew we were getting Cody and Seth, which means The Rock had to show up on Friday. The
Yes.
only reason I think people were super upset about it is the way that it went down. Not even that Cody won the Rumble, because he would have had to win the Rumble, because y'all would have been more outraged had CM Punk won the Rumble and tore his tricep, and they had to make last minute adjustments. And Cody have, I don't know, out of the blue, because I still don't believe Cody would. All right, I put it like this: if Seth won, I feel like Seth would have. If Cody won, I feel like shoot.
Cody would have
I'm
still
mixing my
chose
words.
Roman.
I'm mixing my words. If Punk had won, Punk would have chose Seth.
Yes, that's what I
Seth
would
was
have
the
said.
built-in story.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
either
meant.
y'all would have been throwing around a dumb idea to get Cody on SmackDown to fight Roman, or we would have got Rockin' Roman anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So Cody winning and having Rockin' Roman so Cody can fight Seth, who's the guy that's champ on the show he's on, is like common logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he pointed at Roman, but Seth's promo the day after that immediately counteracted him challenging Roman. So going
Yes.
into Friday, I knew it wasn't going to be Cody and Roman, which
Mm-hmm.
means everyone should have been preparing for The Rock.
Yes.
This was my feeling going into Friday. So I already knew it was going to be Cody Seth. I already knew it was going to be Rock and Roman. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, seeing it,
It wasn't
I was pleasantly surprised, not pleasantly surprised, but I was thoroughly
content.
entertained. I was
Yeah.
content. I just wish they would have had an actual promo. The only gripe I had about Friday was that uh Cody came out and talked so long.
Mm-hmm.
I get why they did it because they wanted to have that moment of those two looking at each other. But I feel like had you not had Cody come out there and talk so long or come out there at all, people wouldn't be so upset. So I'll say that. I'll say like had they ran it where Roman came out, did that big promo, called out Cody, and The Rock came out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how they ended the show, nobody would have been upset because Monday they
Yeah.
planted the seed for Cody to choose Seth.
Mm-hmm. And
And
then
then y'all
seeing
ran a
Cody pop
huge
up.
promo package before the last segment on Friday, basically telling you it's gonna be Cody and Seth. They didn't run the promo with Roman and
Roman.
Seth and They ran it with Cody and Seth.
Mm-hmm. So
So
it's
if
kind
you
of
were,
like inching you towards the way.
it was telling you what was gonna happen. So it was just weird that so many people were like, "Man, why did he even win the Rumble?" Like that. How disrespectful is that to Seth, who
Eh,
worked his ass off to make that title everything that he said that title
I'm
was, and for y'all to
not
feel like him winning the Rumble and getting Seth was like
a
not
downgrade.
even worth it. No, the people talking on social media was making it seem like it's not even worth it. There was
Mm-hmm.
Stardust. I mean, like, let's talk about it. Y'all disrespected Seth Rollins.
Well, no,
Y'all threw the
that's what I mean.
Stardust memes out there. Y'all threw the oh, why did he even win out there? Like Seth is just not a champion at all. Like
Yeah,
like
they
like
did.
let's put some respect on his name, bro. Like the reason Seth's promo hit hard for me is because he meant it. Everything that he
Mm-hmm.
said, he did. He was the champ that was here the entire year. Roman had like what, 4 matches, dude?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I mean. They made it seem like if Cody chooses Seth, Cody's taking a downgrade. They made it seem like it's a downgrade for him because it's not Roman, which in reality it's not. Whether he chooses Seth or chooses Roman, there's no downgrade here. There really isn't. Now, do I think I personally am not mad at it? I'm not mad that he may choose Seth. I'm not mad that Brock may get Roman. I'm actually, like you said in the beginning of your statement, that's what we asked for. That's what we
mhm.
wanted. We might not have said Cody and Seth, but we did say Rock and Roman. So the fact that we are getting Rock and Roman like we wanted, and Cody's getting Seth, now people are mad that we're getting Rock and Roman.
And it's
It's
just it yeah, it's just weird to me. It's just weird to me.
it is too. I had something I was gonna. I had something that might happen, but it's like a fantasy booking scenario, so I don't even want to get into it. We'll discuss it later. But I agree with you that it's it's really no reason for us to be upset. At least in my eyes. We're getting
And
what we wanted.
well, and not for nothing, who they had nobody for Seth at the time if it wasn't going to be Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not mad at us getting super matches for the, not to be selfish, but Philly is getting 2 main event matches that are unbelievable.
And not only that,
And it's
this is
still,
the
yeah.
I was gonna say this is the first time probably since we've started, since WrestleMania has started doing the 2-night scenarios. This is probably the first time with the caliber of matches that night 2 could be better than night 1 because night 1 is usually always better.
Mhm.
So this could probably be the first time since the 2-night thing became a thing, or the first time in a long time that night 2 could be better or more star-studded than night 1 because we're getting Rock and Roman night 2. There's no question about that.
Mhm.
So that has the match everyone is complaining about has the potential to make night 2 the better night of both WrestleManias.
And not for nothing, for me personally, it's a win-win because I had already been vouching for Roman to become the longest reigning WWE champion. He was 200, less than 200. I can't remember how close he is, but it's somewhere within 250 before he breaks Hogan's record.
Yeah, I think it's around
It's
the battle
September.
at it's around the battle at Berlin.
So put this in perspective, guys. If you're black, you shouldn't be upset. Sorry. No, I'm sorry. When I get nervous, I tell the truth. Um, yeah, like Hogan's that you got the closest person in history to come this close to Hogan's record past two past the year 2000.
And you're gonna
And it would be silly in an era of breaking numerous records back to back that they would have considered maybe cutting that reign short
yeah.
instead of going the extra little bit to beat Hogan and make Roman Reigns the greatest of all time in the era that I get to run under the company that just became so much larger under TKO
Mm-hmm.
to get us away from all this Vince McMahon crap. I am living in the era of having the best wrestlers with the best records and title reigns in the last 20, 30 years.
And what's a way to get rid of them records that were attached to the stigma of the old owner and the old leadership that from the tainted leadership? What's the way to get rid of those records? You make new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And you are in a spot right now where you can keep your new record going to break the old record that stands.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's be perfectly honest, as much as we wanted a Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania for tribal supremacy, for family supremacy, for the seat at the head of the table, whatever you want to call it, you still have the longest reigning champion of the modern era record going. What purpose does it make to have The Rock break that record for Roman? You have the perfect segue to keep the record going to Battle at Berlin.
Because Roman's beating The Rock.
Exactly. And a caveat on that, Cody fights Seth.
And has a really amazing match like they did a year ago.
And
Or
more
2
than
years ago.
likely, most likely, Cody's beating Seth.
And Seth needs to go away for surgery. Seth has been beating every single person in his path. He hasn't had a feud last longer than a couple months. He's been building himself up to destroy every other competition on Raw except for Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. So
Exactly. So
newsflash, guys, storyline wise, this may not be where everyone wanted the story to end, but need I remind you, he's been on Raw all year and been the only person not to fight Seth for the title all year. And they haven't touched each other since their first 3 matches.
In
This
typical
is gonna be
Cody
an
fashion,
amazing moment. So, like, to discredit everything Seth has done because Cody won and chose Seth instead of choosing Roman so that we could get 2 super fights in a year is like, you guys
it's
are being ungrateful if you don't like this. Like, it's
it's
just
it's it's 2 thumbs up in my book. I
and, like,
don't
I
I
I get that you want Cody to beat Roman. I want Cody to beat Roman too, but when the time is right.
yeah,
Like, it doesn't matter for me that it happens at a WrestleMania. It just
as
matters to
long
me
as
that
it
it
happens.
happens. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what are you guys so upset about? Like, come
Thank
on, man.
you.
Like,
Thank
be a
you.
fan of wrestling for a minute. Be a fan of a super fight. Nobody booed Rock and Hogan when it happened. We didn't know Hogan was Hogan at the time, but we didn't boo Rock and Hogan when it happened. You know what I'm saying?
We didn't boo Rock and John when it happened,
Like, you guys gotta like
and we're not gonna boo Rock and Roman.
lighten up, guys, because I'm cheering for The Rock. I
Yeah,
don't care. I don't care, and The Rock don't seem to care either. That's a news
no,
flash for you too. First thing Rock says was like, "Yo, I hear you. I'm glad you passionate about it, but not changing my mind. We in the
exactly.
long game, baby."
And why should he?
And like, why should he? Why would The Rock not want to host WrestleMania's main event on night two?
This man
Like,
knows what he's doing. He's been
yeah,
around long enough. He's on the board for a reason. He knows what he's doing.
and stop trying to take things away from The Rock, bro. Like, it's like, what are you guys doing? Stop trying to take things away from Philly. We need
Like,
this, okay?
yeah, don't take
God,
this away from us.
relax, man. Okay,
But
jeez.
with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, comment down below. Let us know if you agree. Let us know what your thoughts on this because we want to hear what your thoughts are.
Mhm.
This is why we do these things.
Give
But
them, give them a specific thing before the sign off. What do you want them to tell you? Do you want them to tell you why they don't
yeah,
like it, why they're for
it
it?
so let us know if you like this, tell us why you like it. And if you just don't like this, let us know why you don't like this because we may just end up touching on it again. We got
Mhm.
a long road to WrestleMania. We might end up bringing this back up as a topic of conversation. So if you like
Mhm.
it, let us know. And if you don't like The Rock getting Roman, let us know. But, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that's Stevie Jobber over there. I'm Dangerous Duke. This was The Dark Match.
Booyah.
People have been asking me,
To be the best in the world.
why, Eddie, why?